Seahawks won. You've got a win against them already. All you got to do is just stay one game behind the Seahawks going into Week 18, and then you beat them at home, and you get the chance to win the division and maybe the NFC. That's what's in the mix.
Crazy.
As they head to Indianapolis to take on a Colts team that desperately needs the win. Once upon a time, 7-1, now 8-6. And Phillip Rivers,
baby,
his first career start back in 2006 came on Monday Night Football for Marty Schottenheimer's Chargers. He beat the Oakland Raiders 27-0. He's lost his last 5 on Monday night. He is, however, career 4-0 against the 49ers. Go figure. Phillip Rivers in front of the whole country.
Come on now.
On Monday Night Football is number 4 on the list. Number 3, Tampa at
This is Niners Colts. I wrote, can the Colts run the ball in San Francisco? Their run defense is terrible. They're obviously very injured defensively. 32nd in success rate against the run. They're less bad in EPA per play, so they're not giving up that many explosives. Teams are just able to grind out 4 or 5 yards. That's what Indianapolis wants to do. All they want to do is hand the ball off to Jonathan Taylor and just grind it down, try to control the time of possession.
And they have to run the ball because they don't want to be pass blocking because they're without Braden Smith and probably Bernard Raymond too.
The thing working in their favor is the Niners pass rush is not good.
Yeah.
I have trouble talking about the Niners, speaking of the schedule stuff, because I don't think, like, they beat the Rams, right? Like, this is not, they beat the Seahawks week 1. And then when you watch the offense last week against Tennessee, I thought that Purdy looked comfortable. He was running around. He was making throws downfield. This is why they like Brock Purdy so much, why they paid him.
Yep.
But I just don't think this defense is good enough with all the injuries to take them seriously.
In the playoffs, you mean?
Yeah. Not in this game.
Yeah,
I'm picking them to win this game.
Yeah, I think the 49ers are rightly favored in this game against young man Rivers. He's younger than me, so I don't know. The 49ers defense is definitely, we talk a lot about offense. Analytics, we talk a lot about offense is more consistent and more predictive than defense, and that's true. But I would rather be a balanced team than a team with a really good offense and a really bad defense. The more balanced you are, I think, trying to think of things more like how Belichick always thought of it, which is the more balanced you are, the more you don't have a weakness that other teams can attack, and you can attack whatever the other team's weakness is. And if the other team's weakness is offense, the 49ers can't attack it in any way because their defense is terrible. So I'm with you. I'm not that worried about them in the playoffs the way I would be. Even the Lions, with all the injuries that they have, are much better defense than the 49ers.
Yeah, the NFC has a lot of teams where, like the Packers now, really good offense, questionable defense with Parsons. We'll see. But I say questionable. They still have like a baseline, I think, that's above what we're seeing from San Francisco right now. The Packers defense is basically the same as defense as last year, and they finished last year top 10 in DVOA. They're flawed.
Right, without Parsons, they finished in the top 10.
Yeah.
Right. Whereas the 49ers, they lost probably their 3 best defensive players. They lost their clearly 2 best defensive players and their first round pick.
Crazy. They're still winning games. The offense is still really good. They're really, I know he's hurt. I don't think he's playing this game, but Pearsall was so good against Tennessee.
Yeah, they're worried about him. I think he got hurt in the game.
That's a shame. Kittle's still a monster. And Brock too, again, the benefit of his willingness to push the ball downfield, because with Mac Jones, you saw defenses kind of cheating up to stop McCaffrey in the passing game. And McCaffrey basically carried this team through that period.
I'm going to do something really weird. I'm going to compare Brock Purdy to Terrell Davis. The Denver Broncos offensive line and system in the late 90s, early 2000s could make any running back into a star, but only Terrell Davis was special. And while he's not that special, the 49ers offense and scheme can turn any quarterback good, but Purdy is a level beyond those guys. Again, not quite as much as Davis, but in a similar fashion.
No, I hear what you're saying.
You've got Garoppolo and you've got Mac Jones, whatever. Purdy is the guy.
A different quarterback. I mean, he extends in a way that they don't. He throws downfield. I really like to when he throws downfield. It's contrast to Tagovailoa, where you're like you can't make that throw, right? Purdy, I feel like, has a pretty good sense of the throws he's capable of throwing downfield. So he's not when he turns the ball over, it's different. It's I feel like usually over the middle of the field, but yeah, he adds an extra element to this offense that really allows them to use the whole field and make plays outside of just the structure of it, which is obviously very good. Yeah, I don't mean to be like a Debbie Downer with this defense, but I just can't imagine them stopping the likes of the Rams,
I know there's a feeling this year that it's really anybody's ball game. My numbers are a little bit different than some of the other analytics out there. I really do have the Rams and Seahawks far ahead. And I really feel like in the NFC, it's really the Rams or Seahawks. Just to bring us full circle to the start of the show.
The AFC feels like.
The AFC has got a lot of good competitors. And in one game, anything can happen. So the AFC could easily win the Super Bowl. But I think it's going to be the Rams or Seahawks that they play when they get there.
I'm going to power rank all the playoff teams after week 18, and I truly do not know how I'm going to rank. You don't think the Broncos are a cut above in the AFC?
They're only a cut above, in my opinion, because they're going to get the number 1 seed. And therefore, they don't have any risk of losing in the first round because they don't play in the first round.
I think if the Broncos offense keeps it up, I'll have a pretty strong bent towards them.
And then they get home games. And they get home games in Denver and the cold and the altitude and everything. And so I think that gives them an advantage. But I think as far as the quality of the team, I don't think Denver is really that much ahead of Houston or Jacksonville. Or Buffalo. I think they're a little ahead of the Patriots once you look at the schedule the Patriots have played.
I mean, I think the Broncos offense, until this last week, everybody had very reasonable questions. And
yes, but that defense is so really good.
Defense is so good. Yeah. If the offense keeps it up, we continue seeing that type of play from Bo Nix, then I feel pretty comfortable putting them on top. But let's see it. Big game this weekend against Jacksonville.
It's really interesting because you go to the playoffs in the AFC and you're like, okay, Drake May is still kind of in his first year of doing this awesomeness. Nix, people don't quite believe in. Lawrence, I don't think people quite believe in. Stroud, people don't believe in his blocking. So that leaves Josh Allen, but we'll see.
A lot of pressure on Josh Allen.
I know this is
going to be
it feels like this has to be the year because the Chiefs are out of it. So this is come on, this is your chance.
When a team puts up 200 yards on the ground on them, I feel like.
Yeah.
We don't know if that's going to happen. Honestly, there aren't that many good running teams in the AFC, so the Bills might not have to
the
deal with
Jaguars
that.
are struggling to run. The Denver running game is not great. The Houston running game is not great. The New England running game is very imbalanced with the explosives from Travion.
Pittsburgh, we saw. Yeah, I actually that's another reason why it might be the Bills' year, not just the quarterback issue, but the thing that their defense struggles the most with.
Imagine that they reach the Super Bowl and it's the Seahawks.
Yeah.
And what's the Seahawks?
Rams will run on them. Rams can run on them.